What's up, guys? Welcome back to In Your Face. I'm Jared Gross, along with Dylan Goldman on my left and Jackson Curtis on my right. We have two really good topics for you guys today, and we're just going to get right into it. You guys ready?
Let's do this, y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right, so on to basketball first. So tonight is Game 6 of the NBA Finals, Warriors-Raptors. I wanted to know who was your X factor for tonight's game.
My X factor, guys, is DeMarcus Cousins. I'm going to tell you why. DeMarcus Cousins, we all know tore his Achilles last year, came back with the Warriors, and then I believe tore his quad, tore his meniscus. He was out up until Game 1 of the Finals from the first round up until Game 1. Came back, was limited in Game 1, had a really good performance in Game 2, was awful Games 3 and 4, and was productive in Game 5 when he wasn't really supposed to play, I don't think. So to me, it's about DeMarcus Cousins because he's going to be forced into big minutes tonight because he has the talent, but it's about the consistency coming back from his injury. So to me, he's very important because he's going to have to play big minutes with Kevin Durant out. And we've seen in Games 2 and 5, when Boogie Cousins plays well and is productive on offense and defense, the Warriors have won. Games 3 and 4, when he was bad on both sides, they lost pretty handily. So I think he's my X factor tonight.
I'm going to go with Kawhi Leonard. I feel like the entire postseason, Kawhi has been playing out of his mind, and he's been leading this team. He's led them all the way here. And, he's been playing so well, and the Warriors, I feel like if the Warriors win tonight, then they're going to win the whole thing. And if the Raptors want any chance of winning, they're going to have Kawhi Leonard have a huge game. And that's why I think he's the X factor for them.
Okay, and as a follow-up, who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals?
I'm going to go with the Toronto Raptors. I think, they had an off moment in Game 5. We all know that. But they've shown resiliency. They lost Game 2 after kind of choking it away. Came back Games 3 and 4 and won pretty handily. They don't seem to be too scared of the moment that they're in. They haven't made the finals before, the franchise, but they've all the players have been there. Lowry's been in the playoffs a lot. Kawhi Leonard, Serge Ibaka, and Marcus Gasol have all been in playoffs, all been in finals. They're used to this. They're tested. They know they can beat the Warriors, and the Warriors are not going to have Kevin Durant at all tonight. And if the Warriors can't get secondary scoring from Quinn Cook, Alfonso McKinney, Boogie Cousins, I think the Raptors are going to win by 6 to 10 points.
You got to remember, though, the Warriors won a finals without KD.
They did.
Yeah,
but they also had, you have to remember they had the strength of numbers bench, though. They had Barbosa, and they had Maurice Bates, and they had all those guys.
I think that the Warriors, they're playing at home. It's hard to beat them at home. The Raptors have done it, but I feel like it's just going to be hard. The Warriors play so well under pressure, and I think that they're gonna take the series.
Yeah, and we'll give honorable mention to the Raptors. If they can pull it off tonight, they'll be able to defeat the dreaded Drake curse for the first time in history. And let's see if that will happen tonight at 9 Eastern. And we're going to go on to the NFL right now. We're going to get your Super Bowl predictions real quick before we wrap up.
Okay, so my Super Bowl predictions, I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers and the New Orleans Saints. Now, see, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be in the playoffs, but coming out of the AFC is going to be the LA Chargers. Coming out of the NFC is going to be the New Orleans Saints. I think the New Orleans Saints have the most well-built and talented roster in the NFL. Drew Brees is getting up there in age, but he's still putting up really good numbers. They've got Alvin Kamara, they've got Michael Thomas, they've got a solid offensive line, and their defense, which for years was their weak point, has gotten stronger and stronger. Cam Jordan, Marshawn Lattimore, Marcus Williams, Minnesota Miracle withstanding. They've got a really strong and well-built roster. They've been there before. They've had 2 straight years of heartbreak. They're finally going to break through. And the LA Chargers, I don't think get talked about. They've had their injury curses throughout the years. They finally made the playoffs last year, beat Kansas City, beat teams they hadn't beaten in a while. They ran into the Patriots. That was unfortunate for them. They can win the division, get the dreaded LA home field advantage, which every team is going to be scared of. That was a joke, but no, seriously, if they can get a first-round bye and get an easier path, I think they are easily one of the top 3 or 4 most well-built rosters with Phillip Rivers, Melvin Gordon, Keenan Allen, and then the defense led by Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. I like the Chargers make the Super Bowl against the Saints, with the Saints winning.
Okay, let's hear it, Jackson.
I feel like people are so quick to forget the star power on the Atlanta Falcons defense. And injuries plagued them a lot last year, but they're going to have all of their defensive stars back. And I feel like that's just going to be really hard for opposing offenses. That's why I have Atlanta going to the Super Bowl, and it's going to be round 2 against the New England Patriots. It's hard to bet against them in that, I don't want to say weak AFC, but it's definitely not as good as the NFC. So I'm going to have Atlanta and New England round 2. This time, Atlanta does not choke a 25-point lead. They're going to win. And Super Bowl MVP, Julio Jones, going to have a big game against New England.
And I'll make my Super Bowl MVP. I'll go simple Drew Brees.
Interesting. We have Drew Brees finally winning his second Super Bowl for Dylan, and we have Atlanta defeating the Patriots in a rematch. That's all we have time for today on In Your Face. I'm Jared Gross along with Dylan Goldman on my right and Jackson Curtis on my left. See you next week.